Okay, we're live. It's a different video, so no one's watching, I'm sure. I'm gonna send an invite to Wayne, and we'll be right back, and we'll send this link out through the app so everyone has it. Hang tight for me 1 second, folks.
Yo.
Right, Wayne, we are live. So I don't know what the heck happened for everyone watching. They already seem to jump to the new show, which is good.
Okay.
Um, I'll get it through the app once we get started here, but I mean, Wayne, the Jets dominated the Giants today. Garrett Wilson, I'm sure fans have seen it on Twitter. I mean, the videos are everywhere. Garrett Wilson went berserk. He had 3 or 4 touchdowns, over 50 yards. They were just nuts. I don't know what to say. I mean, they look beyond ready.
Yeah, I saw some of the highlights. I wasn't there, but just the excitement and the fact how they were acting and how Sauce was waving goodbye to the Giants as they left the
Yeah.
field. I know it's obviously just a a squad scrimmage, whatever it was, but yeah, they're kind of like moving on all cylinders right now, and it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, and so you know how it works is 2 fields, the Jets offense versus the Giants defense, and then
Mhm.
vice versa. So most of us were on the Giants or the Jets offense most of the
Mhm.
time. When I went over to the Jets defense, their coverage was locking down Neighbors and Daniel Jones. Now, admittedly, I didn't spend too much time over there. I was there for 2 or 3 series for the first team, offense and defense, but they didn't do anything. And afterwards, Sauce was asked about Daniel Jones, and a couple of reporters are making something out of it because it looked like he was trying to hold himself back from laughing.
Yeah.
Did you see what I was talking about? We'll play it if not.
No, it's Danny Nichols. He's not he
Oh,
got all that
yes.
money. He got all that money. It's tough because they gave him that money. I don't dislike the guy. I just think, and they didn't pay, Saquon, and I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen there, but I thought they were better off with Tyrod when he got in there, limited time. So yeah, he's still a capable quarterback, but if they get quarterbacks like that during the year, they're gonna shut him down. If they get good quarterbacks, they're gonna shut him down. If you've seen the picks of the best old D line, Jets. Best linebacking core, Jets. Best secondary, Jets. That's what they're going to do to these teams.
Yeah, agreed. And again, during the practice, these practices really do showcase talent. Um, they- and another interesting thing, Rogers spoke Monday after practice, and I was there, and he He speaks like Rodgers, like he always does, but he let us in on something which I kind of suspected is that they are going harder this summer. I know, Wayne, you mentioned it to me. We both talked about it with the injuries.
Yeah.
We wanted to see them go harder this summer, and Rodgers confirmed it. He said Saleh mentioned to him that at this point, compared to last year, they have about 300 more team reps combined for first teams. And O-line is the tempo's up. They're just going much harder, and I think it's serving them well at this point in the summer.
Yeah, the coaching staff put together a great schedule, and it's meaningful reps. They're not just going through things to do it, and quality of reps. It's tough to get in game shape, but no matter what you do before camp or this and that, you're not going to be completely in game shape. But like I said, the way they're going and these, the scrimmages versus other teams, that's where you get the closest thing to game speed. But the fact that they're completing all these passes, usually a defense is ahead of the offense. But yeah, I mean, if they could do this, and they still have to progress, they don't need to get many reps in preseason. They just got to be ready to go out to San Fran and start there.
Would you be surprised if Rodgers played Saturday?
In the scrimmage?
No, against the
In
Giants.
preseason, I mean?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have him step on the field until he's in San Fran.
Same.
There's no reason to. He's been in the league 20 years.
Him and Tyron Smith.
He's got the timing down with the receivers. And you gotta remember, he's going every day versus Sauce and DJ Reed. That's probably going to be the hardest it's going to be all year for him. I know, it's not full speed and stuff like that, but those guys are covering out there. Garrett and Reed, they're competing out there. I promise you, they're going as hard as they can.
Yeah. And Malik Neighbors, interestingly, I had 2 fantasy drafts, got Neighbors in both of them. Should I be worried at all, Wayne?
I have Neighbors too.
You got him too?
Yeah, for my son. He's like, should I take him? I'm like, yeah. I saw him in college, but yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be nervous about him. That secondary is going to do a lot to these guys, especially a younger guy. Yeah, our D coordinator, we're lucky to have him. Certainly could have got a head coaching job, but the staff we have and the program they've put in and how they've carried this and treated the veterans and the rookies, they're spot on where they need to be.
Agreed. Here's for those watching live on YouTube, here's one of the plays. You see it on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Little spread offense here. 4 wideouts. Is it 4 wideout? Maybe Conklin. That's Conklin out wide, I'm sure. But let's turn off that volume. But 2 by 2, and I think this is the Garrett Wilson touchdown, but Tyron takes care of Brian Burns coming off the edge, and there's the Garrett 50-yard bomb.
All right. So people know, stop right there. You see that red line?
Yeah.
All right. That red line is called a box. When you are a route runner, go back to the release. So people know where Garrett is lined up, you see where he is. He's obviously, if he goes too wide, they're going to know he's doing an in-cutting route. So right there, the bottom of the numbers pretty much, he wants to get hip to hip. And then when he passes him, he wants to lean as far as he can to the right. So when he's going straight, he's got that whole box for Aaron to throw it in where he can probably go to the sideline like that. So Garrett's full with him. Now he's going to start leaning and stay outside that, inside that red box. And the ball is going to come right over the back shoulder or up the line.
Great point.
It's a great throw, but the route, if he's too wide, it's going to go out of bounds, right? See that red line?
Yeah.
And you catch it on the other side of the red line. That's
perfect. And look where the ball is, folks. Look where it is on the outside shoulder.
On the red line. Now, if he's 2 yards inside the red line, 44 can make a play. It's just, this is a perfect route and perfect throw. You cannot cover that.
Cannot cover that. And to add to that, what Wayne just said, we don't see a lot of the play. We just, because of the camera angle.
Yeah.
In real time, I was right there on that sideline. The ball looked like it was hanging up in the air forever. He threw it so quickly, which is great. Yeah. Hung up. I'm like, oh man, he's gonna have to come back for this ball.
He didn't. Where he is.
Yeah.
If you're a 4'5", 4'6" guy, and 44 is a 4'3" guy.
Yep.
If you got in front of him like that, it doesn't matter how fast he can go because he's going to go as fast as you're going.
That separation.
and then you release it the last second. Even if you get contact, it causes separation. But the fact that Garrett runs a 4-4 flat
Yep.
or 4-3, whatever it is, that's just it's stealing.
So right here, so here's the release. We don't see it, but right now, Garrett, you don't see it, but trust me, I saw it. Garrett Wilson has to slow down just a tad, and he doesn't slow down crazy. See, this is a thing, adjusting to the ball. This is not an in stride ball. It's a good ball, it's a good pass, but it's not in stride. The receiver makes it look perfect because he slows down just a bit, just a
Yeah.
bit, just a bit, and keeps separation because of his right arm, the
Yeah.
way he was fighting right there with his right arm.
Well, if they're going to do this, the safety came down and covered Gibson in the slot. You see in there?
Yeah, where is he? That's a good call.
Yeah, you can go, post, you can do any route you want. If we ever get this in the game, Garrett's going to go for, 250 yards and 3 touchdowns. So I
100%.
don't think they're going to do this, but it doesn't matter. You can't cover the kid.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where the hell are the other? There's 2 deep. I thought it was just 1 deep.
I thought there'd be a middle safety or something.
Yeah.
Because he's inside technique. I'm like, I don't know if they're missing a
Oh,
player.
there he is. So there's the single high.
Yeah.
Unless there's one behind this that we can't see.
No, there's nobody.
No.
Hmm.
I'm missing someone in the box, I think.
Yeah. So, you got any other plays?
Yeah, we'll keep searching. But yeah, that was good. Good breakdown. Yeah, Garrett, it's so subtle. I'm telling you, that ball was not in stride. It was a great pass, but Garrett just makes it look so damn easy with the way he runs routes. There was one play, we'll find that one too. Braylon Allen just trucked a defender, Wayne.
I saw that. That's
You saw that one, and
I was
immediately the Giants defense was looking for payback, and then got him, tackled him live to the ground 2 plays later, which doesn't happen usually in practice.
Hmm.
Yeah, here's another angle of that touchdown.
Yeah, Braylon's coming up the gut, and he's he gets going, north south.
Yeah.
What do? You mean you go right at him, but there's no perfect way to tackle a guy that's going straight down the line. You almost got to just hop on him because you're going to get stoned because he's got a running start and you're kind of just standing still there.
Yeah, and
that's what made the Steve Atwater hit on Okoye so great, is because it's the first time that Okoye got hit backwards like that.
He was shocked.
Yeah, and that's so hard to do, and one guy's not going to take down Braylon like that.
All right, so here it is. At first, before seeing the video, I'm like, oh, maybe he caught him. He wasn't expecting it, but I think it didn't surprise him at all.
Yeah.
Boom.
You have the other end? Yeah. Look, he'll put 2 hands on the ball probably. Yeah, see?
Yeah, boom.
Look, yeah, it's
there's another angle too. We'll find that
one.
This
is not great. Tuck with 2 hands, and then he's just a battering ram. He's you can't. That's gonna be tough. I bet you he has. If he can get going in between the tackles, he'll never have a negative gain.
Yes.
Even someone comes through, he's gonna carry him a little bit. That's a weapon, man.
Yeah, that is a weapon. And this truck had some sound to it. He didn't immediately go down. He ran with him for like 3 yards before he went down, but it had some noise.
Hey, man. People keep saying, oh, Wayne, you keep saying this and that. You said that last year. Yeah, I said it last year, the excitement, the build up of months of Aaron and this and that. But we didn't have this line last year, and we didn't have depth last year.
Yeah.
If this team stays healthy, man, we're gonna be there in the end. On paper, yes, but I don't know, man. They're so versatile what they could do on offense and defense. And our special teams, we know what we have, man. But just getting better, and building and peaking week 1 out in San Fran.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, you weren't wrong last year. You were right in the assessment. It's just that, what are you going to do when Aaron Rodgers goes down and 4/5 of your offensive line is injured? So, I don't know. I don't know what you could do. This is all I could say is they're in a great position right now in terms of how hard they're going, where they're at health wise, and the talent they have on the field. And it paid off today. Even Neighbors after practice, a reporter asked him, "Hey, what do you he mentioned the Jets are chatting and talking and saying we're the best team in New York, and the reporter kind of said, "Are you okay with that?" And Neighbors replied, "Hey, they could say that. They earned it today. I mean, they took it to us and they won the day." That's an exact quote from Neighbors. They won the day.
Facts. Yeah. Who's the better team in New York? They got the history of winning and stuff like that. If you think that's a competition, you DM me and you bet me that who will have a better record. That's not the issue though. I've got some questions here. Johnny Boy said, watching one just drive, it seemed like it was CJ Mosley's last dance this year. I didn't see it, but
yeah, I didn't see it either.
Mainstay for the team. And with them winning, he will be there. Giants are cooked. Christian A said, listen, we did get the better of them today. And they have younger players, but I think talent-wise on both sides of the balls, it's different.
Yeah, Giants DBs are hurting right now.
Den said, hi, Wayne. Big fan, brother. Tough as nails. Thank you. Here's a question here.
Here we go. Yeah, Den. Yep.
Snowball. Which says, Wayne, do you turn your head as a receiver? Are you counting in your head, or is it based on yardage? It depends on the route. And, some routes are shorter routes or steps to time up with the quarterback. And some are different, choppier steps, long steps, depending on the route. But you just know when it's time to turn your head. If you could run so much faster running down the field, but running like this with your head turned, you're slower. You just at some point that ball's in the air, based on where the guy is. So yeah, it's more counting time than looking down and counting actual yardage, because you run different routes differently. Some you start at the line of scrimmage. It's just a feeling in your head.
And it starts from knowing the concept, right? Like a play action waggle is going to be different than a flant slat combo. It depends on the concept of the play.
Yeah, how fast you can just square your route or you're going to round your route. But when you're taught with a route, 11, 12 yard or 12 yard route, when you think you got enough, you take 2 more steps, because you got to come back to the ball. So you got to be short. I mean, deeper to come back to it than short, because the timing don't mess up. So yeah, depth is a big thing, especially on third downs, 3rd and 8. They're going to 8 yards, not maybe 8.5, and they got a 6 or 7 yard gain. You have to get your depth and know, trust that when you turn, that ball is on you, and be prepared for it.
In that vein, shout out to Tyrod Taylor today. Like I said, Brownlee had a day, and we'll get to his highlight. Tyrod made a throw downfield, underthrown, but on purpose, because he saw 1-on-1 and he saw a defender trailing in man and knew his head would never get around. And they drew the pass interference on the play. So to your point, Brownlee got his head around easily on the vertical, but the defender, no shot.
Okay, another question, Dano Jets. Wayne, if a defender like Sauce was playing your reaction to the ball instead of the ball itself, is there anything that you could do while the ball was in the air to combat that? Yeah. I mean, they know when the ball's coming. Guys like Sauce, he can peek, or you hear, a ball call that he knows is coming. The best thing to do is just lay hands. Not make believe it's not coming, but you make it appear like it's a lot further away from you than it is. And it's kind of like last second put him out.
Yeah.
Because he's waiting to go like that. And he puts your hand right through yours, whether he turns or not. And he's so good, he's just a sideline as a second defender. But I don't know. I don't know how you combat that. If anything, you have to cause collision, and hopefully you kind of bounce off to get separation, other than pushing off or something like that. You got to time it which way you put your hands up.
All right, let's check out this highlight. This is not the big one. Oh, this is an earlier one. Oh, yeah, this is not a crazy highlight, but let's watch it anyway since I have it up. Tyrod to Brownlee on the fade. Oh, man. Was it too deep? No, just single high, and the safety got over.
That guy's watching the running back, and Garrett's going down the field. Who's that down the middle right there? 17?
Good question.
Is that Corley?
Yeah,
47.
Corley was running with Brownlee, so it has to be.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
think it was
full
tight
sh
end. That guy, 47, can get down the field and
Mhm.
put pressure on that safety. He does his job. He doesn't even have to get the ball 47.
Right.
If he takes that guy and gets to his outside shoulder, it's going to be scary, man. I mean, this is the concept of the play. I questioned, the
Yes.
plays last year on offense. Obviously, we didn't have our guy.
Yes.
And Aaron's going to do a lot of not play calling, but what he wants.
Well, at the line. I mean, NFL's an at the line pre-snap league, so yeah,
Yeah,
he's gonna do his thing.
yeah. And if he sees this coverage, then he's going to go to a play. He knows this is going to work. Where last year
Right.
there was no, audibles. So you get coverages like this, and everybody does their job, even if they're not getting the ball. You got to make believe you're getting the ball to make it believable to the defense.
Right. So that's Brownlee. Hopefully a fan got there's another catch by Brownlee, that's a different one. Um Damn it, I don't think a fan got the one at the end of practice where Wayne, the body control and the hands, he's
Yeah,
so good with he's not a burner, he's not crazy quick, but he's so good with his hands and his body that he made an over the shoulder catch, but near his waist with
yeah.
his hands. It was so low for an older over the shoulder catch. It was unbelievable. And that was the play that kind of ended practice and put a exclamation point on things. And Sauce was kind of waving to the Giants team
Right.
to
Good.
end things.
Johnny Boy said 5 minutes ago, 112 people watching and only 25 likes. Make sure to smash the like and sub it up. Yeah.
Yeah, do
Smash
that,
the
man.
like.
Actually, there's like 300 or 400 people watching, but he must be looking at YouTube. Yeah.
No, this is like 5 minutes ago. So hopefully people are adding in. We stay on a little longer and take more questions. More people come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely
And,
like.
and folks, we're going to be doing a uh, in other words, I don't know what to call it. I guess meet and greet is the right way to call it. We want to give subscribers a chance to ask Wayne more questions in terms of hopping on, basically. So everyone knows we have our membership on the site, but we now also have a YouTube membership. There were a lot of people asking for it, and it's because a lot of Jets fans live on YouTube exclusively. They don't venture out to websites or other places.
Right.
So if you want the Chrebet perks, the Underdog Jets perks, all the film perks, you get the film on the site or YouTube in video format. You won't get the written content, but
Right.
if you're on YouTube, you get the videos. Actually, Blewett had one this morning drop. I'm gonna have one probably drop tomorrow or Friday on the Carolina game. So become a member. It's definitely worthwhile.
Um, Someone wrote, I think Giants will tank no matter how Daniel Jones plays. They need to think about the future. No one's tanking. No one at this point in the season, in preseason, is going to think in tanking.
No chance.
Even if you're, out of it early, they're not thinking about tanking and getting a number one pick. It's just, getting the young guys time and stuff like that. So no, I don't like when people say they're tanking in this early. I don't like when people say they're tanking the last month of the season. So Jets, Giants, whoever, no one's looking at tanking.
No, each game is so precious to
Yeah,
these guys.
dude, we're playing for our jobs. When we were 1-15, we were playing for our jobs. Who cashed out? Who's just collecting checks? Who was
Yeah.
still working hard?
And that's
Someone,
why
yeah,
the fans saying they're worried about Reddick, that he'll come back and dog it, are just lost. Because if Reddick does that, he'll be run out of the league.
he'll be on the bench. He'll be on the bench, and it'll. What you're gonna see, and you've seen this before. You're gonna see Reddick, IA, inactive. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, like he wants to get paid.
On
Do you
your other
think?
team, you're getting a year for your pension, whatever it is, and you get your year in, but they're not gonna play you. They don't. Not they don't need him. He's so good.
Yeah, he's good.
He's so good. He's younger, but not youngest, but he'll help. But if he don't, like I said last night, if you don't want to play, then we don't want him. If he wants to sign whatever it is that helps us with the cat, whatever it is, we'll take him back. But as far as right now, I don't think we're missing him.
Just keep going about your business, and, he
Yeah,
knows. He knows his agent and or him,
yeah,
I think he's gonna try to distance himself at the end of the day when he shows up, but he knows that there's no winning this, like, it's
yeah.
not the old Jets where they would've caved already.
No,
That's the difference.
not happening.
Um,
Rich
so
Kachane said, Wayne, who was the teammate that you were closest with? I was with Lavernius. He's the closest I'm with now, and certainly close when we played.
mhm.
Me, him, and Santana days. Voey's very close with Vinny. We had some of the best years there, and Chad and some of those guys. Me and Curtis. There's a lot of guys, especially the '98 through 2000s crew. When we see each other, talk about the good days. And it's guys like that. Anthony Beck. Um, I love to see guys like that. I love to see Victor and Aaron Glenn, and especially Brian Cox and all the John Abraham, Marvin Jones Mo. I mean, people know these names because those were the years that we had the best years.
Yeah, I saw yeah, I don't know what I was doing yesterday, working or something, and YouTube was on my TV in the background, and an NFL Network thing came up. I forgot what it was, but suddenly you were on the screen talking about the 2000 Jets in some way, and I was like,
Is that
"Oh,
right?
shoot, there's" what's that?
I said, is that right? Yeah,
Yeah, for NFL Network. I forgot what the, episode was, but it was about at the Al Gross season Jets.
yeah. That was um, tough year. It didn't work out, but
It started out it was one of the best years. I mean, the drama that you guys kept on eking out was incredible.
yeah, just
Here
guys didn't want to play as hard for Al. It was weird between Parcells and Herm and whatever. It was just a weird dynamic. He was more of a college coach. He would
yeah,
almost
but
flip up and say, "Hey, you sophomores," or meaning second year, whatever it was. We just didn't react as well to him. But
was he
there's
hands
really good
off
college
with the
coaches.
players?
Yeah, it didn't work out.
Was he hands off with the players, or was he too tough?
No, he was tough, not too tough. I mean, we were a veteran crew.
Mhm.
We didn't need to be treated like we weren't. We
Gotcha,
we could police ourselves. We could make each other work hard, do the extra work, get in the weight room. We didn't need to be pounded for something we were already doing. But
gotcha.
certainly, he had a coach. He's a coach. He wanted to kind of do his philosophy and stuff like that. It's a shame because we had a good team, but it was just a weird year.
Yeah, and credit to Woody for going to Herm, which was the right thing after
Yeah,
Grow.
yeah. I mean, Herm was awesome.
Yeah.
It
Here's,
just
Wayne, here's one of the first play this might have been the first play in 7-on-7s before they went teams. There was really nothing open on the play at first, I felt like when I was watching it live, and then Rodgers went to Gibson down the left sideline one-on-one, and damn with this volume, and, Xavier made a tremendous catch. Here we go, Rodgers right, nothing there, and then he just fires it deep. It's very zoomed out, but you see him go up there.
yeah. Listen,
Gibson, not the tallest dude, but went up and extended, high pointed the ball.
this is the thing. He's not even. He's not even. Aaron's not even looking there, but he knows the matchup.
Yes.
Dude, he's finding a person, man. This is second, third, fourth read. He knows wherever he's going to be. The system, to him is just you can do it with his eyes closed. But
Yeah.
you better run your route because you're going to get yelled at if you think, oh, I'm not getting the ball, and it comes to you and he overthrows you. That's the good thing about a quarterback like this. Look at him. He
Perfect
knows it's all right.
example of
He
having to
knows I
run
got
your
one
route.
on one. I'm going to go there even late and just hope he makes a play or you get a pass interference or something like that. They're always
Yeah.
alive with a guy like that, or even the veteran quarterback like that.
Yeah, man. Perfect example of having to run your route because that's a perfect one. I mean, I almost thought about it and said it in real time in a tweet. Like, Aaron didn't want to waste the rep. You
Yeah.
know, he kind of, it was a secondary read for 50 yards, which is nuts.
Um, Here's a question, Wayne. If you could have played another position, which position
That's a good
would that
question.
have been?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't think I've ever heard your answer on that one.
I mean, I played safety in the high school, which
High
is
school. Were you
wasn't
free
my
or
thing.
strong?
I was free.
Okay.
But if I had my choice, what I could do, I would be a left-handed relief pitcher, and I'd play 25 years. That's what I want to be. That's, that's my dream job.
over let me think what
Oh,
else.
long snapper.
What about 12th man on the NBA roster with that salary cap? And that's the
Nah,
salary in the NBA.
Jesus Christ, those guys are making, 20 million a year that are, seventh, eighth guys. So God bless them, man, for that.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't see playing any other position, than receiver.
Yeah, and you know what? Receivers, if you have to pick a defensive position for them, it's usually corner. But I definitely see you more as a safety than a corner.
Yeah, safety. Just knowing the route trees and systems, I could tell just by looking at the inside or outside guy. Or it's easier to read. Obviously, having played receiver, but yeah, I'd like to be back there.
Here's a quick. I don't know if it's one play or some highlights of Garrett today. There's one of his many touchdowns. Yeah, it's a mashup. I don't know, maybe the same one from a different angle. For those just listening, we're just watching a video put out by the Jets communications team on Twitter, and it's Rodgers finding Garrett. Oh, this is Carolina. Damn it. Still, Garrett Wilson looks pretty damn good.
Yes, the run after the catch.
Yeah.
That quarterback's best friend when you can run after the catch. What's that say there? What did Tyrod say? Yeah.
Great signing for the Jets, former Jets. Oh, Rex Ryan. I didn't see this. A great signing for the Jets, unquote. Former Jets and Bills coach Rex Ryan, who coached Tyrod Taylor in 2015 and 2016. He's the best backup in the league, easily. Yeah, I mean, I think.
I
don't
even have to look at the backups. There's probably a dozen teams that have even more have starting quarterbacks that wouldn't start on the other, 17 teams. I mean, Tyrod would start on pretty much half the teams in the league. You can go through them. But a lot of teams just have like two twos. You know what I mean? Like a 1A, 1B, but they're not wouldn't be a starter anywhere else, but they're serviceable and stuff like that. But yeah, Tyrod's probably the best backup in the league.
Here's our guy coming up with a play on defense today. I did not see this. This must have been before I went over there to the defensive field. Daniel Jones throwing one to the sideline. DJ Reed. Oh, I thought he picked it at first. Damn it. Incomplete, but just great coverage. I don't know who he was on. 85. Who the heck was that?
They put your hands right through there. You gotta squeeze that ball, but that doesn't matter. The guy had a height advantage. It does not matter. At some point, he's got to bring that ball down. If you got your hand, your head, or something, look at his hands right between them.
Yes, his left arm is I mean, his body position isn't the best. The receiver did a good job getting in front, but where his left arm is perfect.
Yeah. Technically, these guys, man. I'll just give me a update. How's the safety position going? I don't know enough about it. Now, I'm not saying that's a weakness because that whole secondary is very good. But hey, you can see it by Aaron. Garrett's going nuts. Lazard's going nuts.
Oh, that's another thing I should call out. They were excited today. They were into it. They were invested. I mentioned Sauce waving goodbye to them, to the Giants, and Neighbor saying afterwards they were talking a lot of smack. They were into it. And this is a joint practice, folks. So, I mean, watch out for Saturday. I don't care who's playing. There's going to be some fire going on.
All right, we've been on a long time, but I just want to end with this. Everybody, the haters, even the fans that are cautious to the expectations. Some people are going to have them no matter what, and some people are like, we have to remember what happened last year and other years. But for people saying, oh, they have a swagger, they haven't won anything, they haven't been to the playoffs in a decade, 12. For anybody saying having a swagger, what are they supposed to not have a swagger just because they haven't been to the playoffs in other years? They have a swagger because they know what they're going to do to teams. I don't care if it's the Giants or Carolina or Reds, whatever it is. This is what they're going to do. This thing has been built already. Now they're just like, getting better. So yeah, I might be an optimistic person, but I'm being realistic. These guys are excited because they know what's about to happen this year. Whether you like it or not, the Jets, they're going to be on TV, national every because they're must see TV. That's just how it's going to be. If people want to hate on it, that's fine. I will be there with my popcorn.
Agreed. Me too. And we'll see pretty soon. I don't think, in terms of you being optimistic, I don't think it's crazy at all, because I think the majority of people will have them winning the division in these previews that are soon to come out before week 1.
Listen,
So
I tell people, just get to the tournament, you get to the playoffs. You see it in NCAA's, and you see it in football. Something you get to the playoffs, you have depending on by 3-game winning streak, you're there. 4-game winning streak, you're the champion. It's just get there. Like Giants did it twice. Get there as a wild card,
yes,
whatever it is, home or away. You like to be home and just get hot at the right time.
yes,
It's simply what it is. You know what I mean?
100%. All right, we'll end on that note, folks. Become a subscriber. Use discount code 80 on the website, or subscribe to our new YouTube memberships, which are less expensive. And we'll catch you next time. Take care.